How's it going? Welcome to the Green Machine podcast. We are live from Lansdowne Road again for Ireland's third Nations League game of the current campaign. Still looking for a first win, not only of the campaign, of the entire Nations League anyway. Coming in here, it looks like it's going absolutely lash down. It was beautiful earlier on, but I blame Nick, as I always do for everything, but it's bubbling up very, very nicely. And of course, Stephen Kenny under pressure from the last game against the Ukraine, a 1-0 loss. Couldn't really argue with the result, to be fair. You guys made your opinions on that very, very clear. By the way, thank you very much for everybody for their feedback, for the comments and their interaction. You can get involved in this one as well. We will be back straight after the final kickoff. Of course, tonight you can have your say, and hopefully it's a positive one. So it wasn't last time around. So Stephen Kenny, as we said, under pressure, and he really needs a result. So you can see the team just under us here. We're going to have a proper look here and see what team he's gone with to get his first and Ireland's first win of the Nations League campaign on the way. Let's have a look. So as we can see there, he's remained with Caoimhín Kelleher in goal, obviously coming under a little bit of stick for the goal conceded the other day against Ukraine and a little bit against Romania, but he remains in between the sticks. You got Nathan Collins, what seems to be right back in a 4-3-3 formation. Kenny has brought in the changes. Shane Duffy stays as number 4. He is the captain today, of course. Seamus Coleman is out of the team injured. Shane Egan is in beside him, and number 11 Jason McLean comes in at left back. And it looks like we've got Cullen in the centre with Brown and Malumbi in front of him, so plenty of energy and legs in there. And we've got Troy Parrott to the left, we believe, and Michael Obafemi in the middle with Jason Knight on the right. Not a bad team there whatsoever. I think it was fair to say that changes really had to come in. It was very, very poor against Ukraine. Absolutely got overrun constantly during it. Not really. I was probably a little bit harsh on Jeff Hendrick, who did get 6 out of the Star, of course. But unfortunately, you can't play 2 in the middle with Jeff Hendrick and Josh Cullen. But thankfully, it seems to Stephen Kenny, he did promise changes. They are coming. And it's hopefully we'll fare better, because we just haven't performed at all during this campaign. If you want to get your comments in, by the way, feel free to. Just looking at some notes actually from the Ukraine game, and we were having a look at Stephen Kenny's notes in the matchday program, which I have here. It's a lovely piece. And well, basically, his notes were a tad interesting if you haven't seen them already. Basically said that the Ukraine game was lost by the slightest of margins. I mean, it was 1-0, but I think it was a little bit more than a slight margin. He mentioned that every player gave everything. The level of commitment was, and I quote, phenomenal. You wouldn't expect anything less from an Irish team, to be fair. And the game was stretched, and statistical data on Irish players was extremely high, in particular Jason Knight. Looking forward to playing in front of our special fans. And also the CEO's notes, Jonathan Hill. He doesn't really mention the performance against Ukraine. He just mentions the event, said it was very, very special. And I suppose it was a lovely event. Shame about the result and the performance. And of course, it wouldn't be a visit to Dublin without buying the Daily Star and having a read of Amo. Basically, of course, Amo Duffy can't help but have a pop at Martin O'Neill, who of course came out and started kind of a few sly digs at his, I suppose he's not really Kenny's predecessor. And basically, questioned, well, where are Ireland now? A couple of games against Armenia 2 years in, where are they? Of course, we know O'Neill's not one to sort of not take a chance at a little dig every now and again, but Amo Duffy's had a dig of his own and basically said that Martin O'Neill should keep a low profile, especially after the job he did at Nottingham Forest and how poor it was, and basically they're now back in the Premier League, so he should be keeping a low profile. Also, Duffy mentions the things that he'd like to see Stephen Kenny do. Still very much on side of Stephen Kenny, actually, which is quite rare for Amo Duffy. Normally he'd be turning on the manager. He wants Kenny to shake it up. He says that the manager's already said he will be shuffling his deck today. Well, he has. That's the first thing we know. He's definitely shaking up. He's going with a 4-3-3 instead of a 2 wing backs, 2 in the middle and 3 up front, which clearly just doesn't work. He wants Andy Robertson pinned back. Obviously, we know Andy Robertson is an exceptional player, great Liverpool. So he's obviously going to be one of their danger men. Of course, wants central control. Well, he's gone 4-3-3. So with Malumbi, good energy there with Alan Brown and Josh Cullen. So hopefully we'll have that. And cutting edge, well, we'll see what happens. He reckons it's going to be a very tight game. Historically, Ireland matches are quite tight, to be fair. They're always either 1-0, 1-1, 0-0, and 1-0. And this was the game back in Parkhead. So it's going to be very interesting today. Got a few comments coming in, guys. If you're just going through here, by the way, if you're in the stadium, give us a shout, give us a wave back. The team was announced about 20 minutes ago, so we did put it up there just in case. We haven't received the team sheet just yet. Brandon Walsh. Would have loved Ebicelli at wing back, otherwise happy with the changes. Looks like Parrott and Mafemi as a front two and a 3-5-2. Yeah, I don't know why Ebicelli was left out of the team. Darrell Lenihan was obviously brought in, so I don't know why. That's out of the last three squads, Ebicelli has been out of two of them, so I don't really know what's going on there. Martin Prendergast looking sexy, David. Martin Prendergast, you old charmer, you. Flattery will get you everywhere, son. Abdul Hakim, Scotland versus Ireland. Oh, sounds like fighting words there, Abdul. We're the home team, so we go first. Declan Finnegan, really disappointed with the lineup. Thought he would be more adventurous. I'm just happy he's not playing two in the middle, Declan, because it didn't work. And, you know, one of the criticisms I had of Stephen Kenny on my article, my piece that I wrote, which, you know, got me a lot of flack anyway. Everything seems to these days. I'm just glad he's not playing two in the middle. It wasn't working. We had a good opening 10 minutes, and then we were just flooded, absolutely flooded by the Ukrainians, and they had swab after swab of attack. And it was only, they did score from a long range effort, thankfully disallowed. So I'm just glad we're not playing two in the middle. Thank God. By the way, hope you're well, Declan. I know you travelled over probably this morning as well with us all. I've had about 50 minutes sleep. I got in at about 10 o'clock this morning. James Easton, come on, Scotland, you cheeky bastard, James. How dare you come in here on an Irish platform? How dare you, sir? Ryan Wilson, good to see the changes. Hopefully there will be a few good performances from the newer lads. Hopefully so. It can't get much worse, Brian. But yeah, it has to be a little bit more positive. Abdul Hakim, who will win, guys? Do you know what? I was thinking if we're going to play two in the midfield, I thought it'd be maybe 3-0 to Scotland. I think feeling a little bit more positive. I'm gonna go with a cheeky 2-1 win Ireland. Declan Fitzpatrick, not a bad lineup. No, absolutely not. Dennis Grinnell, my 40-year interest with Ireland teams at an all-time low. Come on now, Dennis. I mean, got to keep the faith. Declan Fitzpatrick, I'm just going to keep supporting the team. Good man, Declan. That's what we want to hear. Kieran Boyle, our spirit animal over in Florida. I'm shopping for couch with Jason. I'm still tuning in. I'm on the lads. 0-0. Hashtag away to Jason Dunbro. Hashtag bring back Adidas. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, look, we've got to remain behind the team. Obviously, thankfully, you know, I'm hoping I could be a little bit naive here, but obviously the first lineup didn't work. And then he gave most of those guys a second chance, other than Parrott. Obviously, Coleman was taken out because of injury. And then Parrott was dropped and didn't get a look in against Ukraine. And, you know, he gave those guys a second chance. It really didn't work. It was terrible. And I'm hoping now he's going to say, right, giving you a chance, hasn't worked. This is what we're going with. And this is what we need to do. Otherwise, Scotland are a very good side. Lots of pace. I know Ross Tierney's out, but we still have a lot of danger men. Good quality around the place. And, you know, as I said before, I think two in the middle really, really would have absolutely torn us apart. So I'm just happy to see that. Just want to win. I know Stephen Kenny is under a lot of pressure. You guys reading my article there, I did. Some said I wasn't harsh enough on Kenny. Some said it was too harsh. But, you know, some said it was a U-turn on Kenny. I'm still supporting the manager, as hopefully all you guys will do. But, you know, we need to see some results and hopefully learn from some mistakes. So I think I'm going to sign off, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. It's just a little cheeky 10-minute pre-match foreplay. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to go for one last wee, I think. We will be live straight after the game with our post-match reaction. I will just be myself here, and hopefully, I didn't get it last time. I was I didn't get my bag of chips. It was basically they were closing down the stadium around me. The lights were off, so hopefully we'll get through all the comments. And by the way, just thank you very much, everybody, for tuning into us. Really do appreciate it. One thing you have to say about us here on Lansdowne Road and the Green Machine is that we always welcome your opinion. We always want to hear from you guys, and whatever it is you want to say about the Irish team, absolutely, you're more than welcome to say it. Don't forget, obviously, we've got the 2002 series going on at the moment. We had another episode drop today. That was the Saudi Arabia game. It's the 20th anniversary of Saudi Arabia. So we have a lovely little series going on there. And you can find all of those episodes on the Green Machine Podcast.com website. And you can also pop over to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Green Machine Podcast. And also give us a cheeky little follow over at lansdowne.ie as well. And that's it, guys. I'm going to leave it to. We're going to tune out. Enjoy the game. Be safe. Hopefully, we're going to get a first ever win in the Nations League. Our third competition of asking. But let us know what you think, guys. Join us afterwards. Hopefully, we're going to have some positive news and 3 points. We'll see you guys later on. I really should have had that video a bit closer to hand.